Good morning. I'm at Padley Gorge this morning. Once again, I'm with my colleague, Craig Yates, and we sort of mutually agreed last night that we'd come out on the promise of fog at Padley Gorge. Beautiful place. You will have seen, if you're a follower, you've seen this many times. Unfortunately, once again, we've been wrong-footed by the weather. There is fog. It's all around us. It's just not here. It's in clumps, banks in the distance. It's changing, it's coming and going, and there's a little bit of sort of drizzly mist but probably not enough to work with. So we're trying to find something to shoot, something to show off. We're at what's called the Dancing Ladies right now, and we're doing a bit of a deep dive. So normally Craig and I would just wander through and take advantage of whatever the conditions were as we travel through to the end. I'm sure we'll go down to the bottom of the gorge today, but taking a bit more time in this patch to try and get some shots. So I've taken a couple already that were appealing to me. Let me try and quickly tell you what we've got going on with the weather, so you understand what it is. So very flat light, but everything's damp. Everything is damp. So you've got some glistening stuff, which I kind of like. The greens here and some of the sort of russet colours are very muted, and you can do stuff with that, I think, creatively. These muted colours work so long as there's a variety of them. But beyond that, I don't know. Anyway, just getting this kit out, and we'll do a bit of scouting. If there's anything cool to show off, we'll show it off. Okay, some location info for you now. You may have been to Padley Gorge quite a few times, perhaps inspired by myself or Craig and one of the other bozos out there that are always here. But I often find quite a few people don't know. They go down the main track and they go right round, which is great. But there's also another little trail I'm revealing now. I should put clickbait title, The Secret Trail of Padley Gorge, or some other such nonsense. But when you cross the bridge, you just keep walking and come around the Dancing Ladies, which are just down there. If you come around, there's a little pathway, and you will get some fantastic avenue shots here, weather permitting, obviously, or season permitting. Lovely in the summer, lovely in the autumn. Winter, tricky, need the fog. But you've got a rocky side all the way up here, but really does present some great shots. You've got interesting trees, and then I'm just going to swing to the left. So I've just done a few shots, no 2-camera stuff. I'm not set up for it. I don't know what the settings were. I took the pictures. But there's a fantastic, look at this lovely tree here. Absolutely wonderful. It's still got quite a few leaves on it, but they're very dark, I bet they're very stiff, crinkly. Wonderful patterns in the floor. Look at that. You can see the spots of rain coming down, so the weather's inclement. It's annoying weather, and it could ruin my camera, so I'm trying to keep it dry. But there you go. So yeah, just come up a little trail, and then there's just even more. Now we're walking up. Craig's already at the top. There's a flatter area. Again, some interesting trees up there, but there's also some millstones, which you can sometimes make a nice shot, but sometimes I'm not inspired. But I'll show you these shots of this tree now, and then I'm gonna make my way up there. I aren't quite at the top yet, but as I'm walking up, I recalled that I'd shot this particular scene before, so I'll do it again. But there's a millstone, I would imagine placed for aesthetic reasons, but it's beautiful. So you can still see the whole. Your camera's got to be up here though to get the shot that I want. So I don't know how I'm going to manage that. That will be tricky, because if you're down here, you kind of lose the effect of the hole and the millstone, which ruins the fun. So I'm going to give that a go, but somehow camera's got to be up here. Tricky. I'm only 5'9", and I don't have one. My tripod's just not one of those super tall ones. Yeah, I'm going to give it a go. If it works, I'll put it up. If not, forget this ever happened. Very still here this morning, very quiet. Really, really, really quite nice. This is a bit of a graveyard of millstones. There's quite a few dotted around. Not sure there's a shot for me. They're interesting. Those not from the UK or don't know the history, the millstones were used in industry here. But yeah, some massive tumbled rocks have come down here. There's lots of moss on them. Very nice. I don't feel a composition, which is a shame. We've also, there is a bit of a fog bank drifting over, so Craig's just wandered back down to see if it's worth getting some shots. So I'm just kind of enjoying the mood here right now, and half of this photography lark for me is to get out and experience just this. Yeah, really nice. As the fog bank is drifting our way, I'm not going to get excited because I've been in this position before, where it's kind of skirted on the edges and not made it into the gorge. I've still got this bit of rain. Incidentally, for those interested, I'm shooting on the Action 5, DJI Action 5, because of the weather. I don't want to risk the Pocket 3 when it's got intermittent rain. So I just stick with the Action 5. I'm sure it'll do a grand job. But I know a lot of you are always interested in the vlogging. That's what I'm doing. Craig's been all pro up there. Look at him. Some beautiful shots to be had from up there though. Well, as you can see, that fog has moved in. Super, so I've got to take advantage of this fast because you never know how long it's going to last. So I'll tell you what shots I'm doing have done, and then hopefully I'll get some time to do it to camera. But just looking down the Burbage Brook here, all that, I mean, this is a no-brainer. Anyone can do this shot. It's lovely. That mist is just wonderful, and I know it's flat, but that how can I describe it? It's Silent Hill. If you know the video game, it's kind of beautiful Silent Hill. It's a subdued, misty atmosphere. I don't know, it's gorgeous. I'm going to take some shots of it. I think it'll be wonderful. I'm doing handheld at the moment, so everything's kind of at about 30 shutter speed. I can only go down at best to 5.6 aperture, and the ISO is of course 100. But it's just about working out, that is. So I might have to, if I switch to the 50mm, I could probably get away with that ISO, but I may have to switch it up just a little bit. We'll see. Got a fantastic scene here. Again, made possible because of this sudden, it is thinning a little bit already, the fog, so, but yeah, I hope you'll appreciate it. I want to get the shots, but look at this beautiful tree here. It's kind of, it's like that, it's reaching up, I love it. Great, it can be isolated, can be on its own, maybe portrait. and then, or I can landscape it, go across there. There is a bit of a mess of trees over that side, so maybe, unless it's like shallow depth of field, which kind of renders that less interesting, let's say. Lovely tree at the back there as well. So basically there's lots of trees to go at, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm not, it's just, I've got to take shots for the fog goes, so I'd rather you see pretty images than just listen to me waffle. I've come down to the riverbank now, well the brook. I'm going to get some shots looking down the brook. Absolutely fantastic stuff down there. All handheld at the moment, but maybe I'll do some long exposures. There's not shooting down. I don't like shooting down with the river flow, so I tend not to worry about doing long exposures for that sort of stuff. But in this instance, maybe give it a go, I'm not sure. And then hopefully I'm going to go around and try and shoot upstream and get some proper long exposure shots there. I don't know how it's going to look in the mist. I can only imagine. Fantastic. But yeah, off I go. I hope I can do this one justice. There's a lovely shaped tree clawing the rock just there, looking over a very mild cascade, but still nice, and with a long exposure it's going to look super silky. Also then you've got the colour from the little shrub there. I think it's quite nice, and then the mist, just, you know, that little extra bit. Thickened up again from the looks of it. Yeah, I'd say it's thickened up. But anyway, so I'm going to try this shot, probably about half a second, just because of the light. It's not particularly fast, so you need that bit more, I think, a little bit more time to get the silky effect that you want. And yeah, let's go for it. See if I can do it. Maybe not. Okay, earlier on I switched to the 24-105, but I'm sure I'll reflect that in the images so you can see when I move from 15 to 35 to 24-105. We've still got fog. It's a little bit lighter still, but even as we're progressing into the gorge, it's still with us, which is great. There's great scenes all around, so it's pointless me trying to pick on anything in particular. I turn around, you know, just follow. If the camera follows me around, you can see how wonderful it is. Yeah. We're going to head a little bit further down. It opens up quite a bit as we go down here, so that could be interesting. Right now we're right sort of in with the trees and getting some nice little avenue shots as well. One which I'm about to take that's directly ahead of me, so I don't know if the camera's going to follow me around. Come on, follow me, look at that, it's doing a good job, thank you. Pocket 3. So I'm going to take this shot here, yeah, right the way up. Great balance on either side, the glistening path, not going to put a filter on, don't want to cut that out. Still plenty of mist in the background there that's going to just sort of obfuscate the grim light. So this is going to work really well, I think. At the moment, I'm going to do a portrait shot first, then I'll do some landscape as well. I just think there's plenty there to go at in different formats. That bluiness is still here as well. Definitely it's the way the light's coming through from the fog. I don't know how well it's getting picked up, but it's there and it's nice. I like it. Just absolutely really enjoying this. And one of the great things about when I think you're confident you've already bagged a couple of good shots, the pace slows down. You can drop the tempo. I think especially for vlogging, you know, we always want to try and get something to show off, and I think when we got him back there and now we're really taking a time moving through the gorge, which is excellent, because sometimes we're moving at such a pace to get through and try and find the shots. Well, if you've already got the shots, relax, and I just really enjoy it. And it's amazing, I've been doing selfies and sending them to friends because I want them to see how wonderful it is here while they're in the office, or, you know, just spiteful things like that. The fog definitely thinning out now, but still, you know, it's still looking amazing, so there will be more photographs to be taken. I'm going to wrap here though, because if I don't, this vlog will be 2 hours long. But I'm going to try and get a ton of, well, more than usual video footage for you, just so you can soak up Paddler Gorge this morning and the brook. And I hope you've enjoyed the photographs. I don't often do this, but I think for this one I'll just say, if you have enjoyed it and you want to see more and help me, then do like, share, subscribe, etc. It does make a difference, and I don't bang on about it every time I do a vlog. But yeah, thanks for coming along for this, and I will almost certainly see you for the next one.